Hello, I'm Octavia Marie, and welcome to the Culture Lit Podcast. On the show, we explore Black women and romantic love through the lens of romance novels. Be ready to laugh, sigh, and talk about Black women falling in love after 40. Yep, sex too. And the authors writing their stories. I'm a sucker for Black love stories that aren't rooted in the pain and trauma of Black women. There's no better resource than the growing body of excellent Black-authored romance. I think the first romance novel by a Black woman I read was a book by Brenda Jackson, whose books I've come to love. Brenda Jackson was writing love stories that featured Black women and men who were accomplished in their careers, intelligent, beautiful, and wealthy. That was really revolutionary for me at the time. It was wonderful to read and see the amazing positive representation of Black women in those books. Then I started looking for and finding other contemporary romances by Black women. These modern love stories were the perfect vehicle for reclaiming my sense of joy, for reminding me that the Black experience can't be defined solely by its struggle. It's also about finding joy every day in each other. It's been a hard few years to be Black in America. There's so much coming straight at us, racism, police, and violence. And that's just not our whole story. My whole life is not spent in struggle and in pain. Yeah, that can be a part of it, especially in times like now. But there's so much joy in being a Black woman and hanging out with my friends and kikiing. My big, wild, loud, fun family. And falling in love. So many other great things. So I wanted to talk about that and explore it. I think that it's fun for me to read about Black love. And I think it's fun for other people, especially other Black women, to see that kind of representation, to be able to experience that joy on a page as well. On the podcast, we won't be talking about coming of age and finding themselves romance. Listen, there's a whole lot of life between young adulthood and death. There's divorce and becoming a widow or widower, re-entering the dating pool, rediscovering your mate after you are an empty nester or close to it, rediscovering your friends we tend to lose touch with when consumed with living, women who are traveling, women who don't want kids, women who don't want marriage. So many stories to be told, and so many Black authors already telling them. Listening to the Culture Lit podcast will feel like one of my conversations I've had with my friends or family about what it's like to be dating and falling in love after 40. If you are as heavily invested in seeing Black women in love as I am, then Culture Lit is the podcast for you.